Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome to Children of Morta. Now before we begin, huge thanks to both Dead Mage and 11-Bit Studios, and also the folks over at Terminals, for setting me up with a copy of the game. It's much appreciated. Alright, let's go. I have to sign in. Okay. I'm gonna say it's quite weird not having any sort of title screen music. First I thought something was broken. Goddamn, 5 save slots. Hell yeah. Throws us right into it. Ooh. I really love how this game looks. Just the pixel art's incredible. Look at it. It's beautiful. Whoa.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts. Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms.
Oh wow. Just looks so good.
Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort.
Ooh.
Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry.
Ooh. Oh, is that the tree from the title screen? Oh, after I selected new game.
Bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed. The only thought on her mind, has it begun again?
Oh man, whoa. Holy crap. I'm always going to have an appreciation for incredible pixel art. It's a timeless art style. It really is.
John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard. From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
Okay, well there's that. Awesome. But yeah, I'm always going to have a huge appreciation for pixel art. It's just, as I say, it's a timeless art style. I mean, look at, I'd say that probably the best example is Legend of Mana on PS1. That game still looks incredible to this day. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I'm just messing around with the colour of the Elgato. Like with the brightness and stuff. Am I now in control? I am indeed. Movement. Use the left stick. Okay. Oh, that allows me to... Oh, I can attack with the right stick. That's... Holy crap, that's pretty cool. Huh. Alright. God, look at how smooth. Okay, well, you're telling me how to move my character. Simple. We have LB... Okay, so X is just the regular attack. What? Okay, and left bumper's how I guard. Okay. Simple. Oh, the A button, like, dodges. And I have a stamina meter?
Rhea, a land long forgotten, a place of unimaginable beauty.
gonna guess that might be a checkpoint or something. I don't really know. All I do know about this game is that, from what little I've played of it, it's very fun.
As sludge given life,
Oh no.
creatures, small and vile.
Primary attack. John uses his sword to attack foes. Press X to use your primary attack. Okay. You got it. Hurrah! Oh man, look at it. Get owned! I shouldn't dodge. We're just so used to it. But no, as I say, from what little I've played of this, it's very fun, and I know that this game has been getting, like, very good reviews across the board. All they had to do was touch me. Baloney. I want to try attacking with just the right stick. It's interesting that I can. I'm assuming that's probably going to be more useful for something else. It actually works quite well, to be honest. So what would happen if I pressed it in quick succession? Okay, nothing. I thought maybe it would. You do have a lot more control if you use the right stick. But at the same time, it takes you away from being able to use other stuff. Yeah! Yeah, get owned! What the hell? Oh, that was hell. I can't actually tell how much health I have. I think it's 180, but I'm not entirely sure. Where's that? Is that a plant, or... It looks like a bunny rabbit. Or like a dead one. Evade. Yeah, there we go. Evade attacks at the right time to avoid incoming damage. The evade bar under a character's feet shows where they can evade, or when they can evade. I pressed A to... Oh my god. That is not what I wanted. Yeah, I pressed A to get rid of the box. I didn't realise it was going to make me evade. Baloney! When are we going to learn how to block? Whoops. As I walk into literally everything. I should learn to evade. But they dropped a health potion, so it's all good. Haha! I don't know why I'm so stingy. I think it's because I know I can only evade every so often. So it's like, I don't want to waste it. Is that a boar? Again, a dead one. A hedgehog? No, it can't be. That's fucking huge if that's a hedgehog. Oh no.
A wall, impeding further progress. A battle was certain.
Oh, there we go. Special ability. So John has a special ability to use his shield to block incoming attacks. Hold left bumper to use your shield. Okay, so John uses his stamina to... Okay, yeah, I see. Interesting. Okay, so it's not stamina that I use to evade. No, it's literally just my evade bar. I just assumed them and stamina would be, like, synonymous, but oh well. Nice! So, interact. The Bergsons use their Shard of Life to cleanse corrupted objects. Press B to interact.
Banished by light itself, the corruption abated, leaving the shard cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
Okay. Oh god. Bloody corruption. Leave this land. I did 15 damage. A whole 15. That's a lot of damage. I think these things have 11 health. They don't die if I do 10, but they do die if I do 11. At least I think they do. Oh no, that's another dead thing. Gemstone. Greater chests require a gemstone to open. Gemstones are found in different places, like this animal corpse. Oh, nice. Requires a gemstone.
The shard grew warm,
Oh, okay.
softly from the harnessed energy.
So that's what that is. It means gemstone. Whoa! Atar's ignition. Damage enemies burn in fire. Oh, damaged enemies burn in fire. A Divine Grace, a powerful item that aids you with a buff. Oh. Tooltip. Wait, what? Oh. Tooltip just tells me, investigate the path of the gods. I don't know what keeps causing the flickering thing. I keep thinking it's rain, but I don't know.
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
Oh god. Whoa. You're an elite enemy. Okay, you actually don't... You aren't impeded. Ah, you prick. I still win. Skill point. Oh. Gain XP as you kill enemies. When reaching a certain amount of XP, you will gain a skill point. You can use skill points to upgrade your abilities in the skill tree. Okay. Gain a skill point when you gain enough XP. Spend skill points to learn new skills. Ability description. The selected ability's description can be seen on the right panel. Call swords down from the heavens upon John's enemies. Why? Ooh. I mean, that's the only thing I'm going to be able to. It's guiding me to get this ability, pretty much. Upgrade Heaven's Strike to level 1. Costs 1 skill point. You got it. More skills become available as you spend more skill points. Not enough skill points to upgrade to level 2. Cool, I didn't want to see that. Holy balls, I have a lot of stuff. Oh, it actually gives you a description of the person as well. So skill level 20 is the max. Or at least 20 is the max, the last... like where the last skills are. John gains a small portion of health and becomes invulnerable for 5 seconds. So John, the master at fighting with sword and shield, nothing can stop this father from protecting his family. The weight of his father's old sword and his shield, a gift from his brother Ben, might slow him down, but his slashes are powerful and sweeping. So what is the Codex? Oh wow, oh no. So we have the Divine Graces, Atar's Ignition. Okay, that's all I can look at. Cool. I'm quite surprised there's no information on the Bergsons. Oh, whatever. Cool, so now I have a new ability. Heaven's... what was it? Heaven's Strike or Heaven's Grace? I don't remember anything. Oh. Requires 14 levels. Bloody hell, there's so much stuff. And these are his stats. Family's Luck, Family's Rage Gain, Resilience, XP Gain, Movement Speed, Critical Damage, Dodge Chance, Critical Chance, Primary Damage, Max Health. I think his health is 108. I thought it was 180 at first. So what is this called? Heaven's Strike. Oh, okay. Melee attackers take damage when John blocks. That's pretty cool.
Goblins, a familiar threat, albeit farther out than usual.
Oh. Try your newly learned skill. Press Y to use your secondary attack. What? I pressed it, you penis. I most definitely pressed it, it just didn't want to do it. Whatever. Yeah, it's 108 health is what we have. Can I go this way? Oh god. It's weird seeing all these, like, dead things.
Violent and ill-bathed, goblins were an unfocused but constant threat.
It would seem that way. Okay, so that ability just has a cooldown. It's weird, we don't have, like, magic. And there's no MP cost for using certain abilities.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
Again, it just blows me away. I mean, look at that detail. It's just incredible. Wait. I'll check every nook and cranny. Because why wouldn't you? Oh.
Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by.
Screw that. Oh. Oh god. Never mind.
Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
Oh yeah. Electrocalypse. Create a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. Is that a usable item then? I think so. New codex entry. Create a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. Okay. Can I not check the codex? Do I have to leave? Why can't I check the codex? Alright, whatever. Oh god. I know I learn about switching characters, I just don't remember when it happens. Oh, there we go. Divine relic, a gift from the gods. Use it in a fight to turn the tide in your favour. Unleash the divine relic's power. Oh, wow. I don't want to die, Jesus. It's all good. Yeah! Oh, right, it's actually not just a usable item. It has a huge cooldown, but, I mean, whatever. Okay.
Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
Oh, great. Are they gonna disappear? Of course they are. Oh no! Oh god, the troll thing. God, there's a fucking lot of them. Oh dear. I need to remember I can block. That requires a lot of stamina. Hot damn. God, Linda's a beast. Hell yeah. Of course they're just gonna continually spawn. Oh my god. They just don't stop coming. Thankfully there's like health potions everywhere.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed?
Ah, good question. Who knows? Alright. Interesting. No, I just assumed that the electrocalypse was going to be just a usable item, a one-time thing. No, it seems you pick it up, you get to keep it. Unless that was like an exception to the rule, with it being the tutorial or something. I don't know.
The ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary.
Whoa! Holy crap. Well, I'll be.
Given to the Bergsons by Leia herself, the sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber.
Ah.
He himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
Oh, wow. Oh, right, I can return home, or go to the is that Kale Depot? Kale Dipper Caves. Well, I don't think it matters. Go home. What the hell? Okay, so you have chapter select, and then you can go around the house. The wild mushrooms must be ripe for the picking now. Library. Oh! This is where the codex is. Aha, we have new stuff. So we have Atar's ignition, so damage enemies burn in fire. Temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. That's pretty useful. Alright, cool. Now we have the Bergsons. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Reading! Oh, wow. I did not expect it to be that long. I don't care. I love law. So Ben, a bitter old man to whom life hasn't been too kind or gentle. When Ben was young, along with his father Adam and his mother Rebecca, migrated from the eastern shores to Adam's hereditary home in the forests of the Midlands. On the journey, Rebecca fell to a mysterious illness called the Black Fever and passed away. Some time passed and his father met and married a strange woman named Margaret. The fruit of that marriage is Ben's younger half-brother, John. After a few years, Adam discovered the early signs of corruption in the world and ventured out on a journey to investigate its nature and origin, a journey from which he never returned. Ben tracked and followed his father's path into the Kale Dippo Caves. In there he ran into marauding bands of vicious goblins and lost his lower leg in the fighting and barely managed to stay alive. Margaret, his stepmother, found him, brought him back home, and nursed him back to health. Inspired by his disability, he focused instead on scholarship and craftsmanship. A handful of years later, he went to Terra Lava to advance his craft. Life improved for Ben somewhat when he invented a mechanical leg for himself, and subsequently met and fell in love with a shield maiden named Sheila. But his life doesn't stay blissful for more than a few months. His excessive drinking drove Sheila away, and he returned to his home and family, bitter and angry. Since then, he makes a living as a blacksmith and a mechanic. So that's Ben. John, a devoted father and a wise warrior. John is the ever-vigilant guardian of his family and home, always on the lookout to counter any threat, even before it becomes a problem. In his youth, he went north to learn swordsmanship. There he got recruited into a band of fighters to stand against the goblin raids and their banditry, and took part in several skirmishes. Around that time he saved a northerner farm girl from goblins and subsequently falls in love with her. They took each other's hands in marriage under the linden trees in the old... God, it's really hard to read this, it's such small text. In the old Barra hut, and made a home there. It was in those years that their first two children, Linda and Mark, were born. But their life got harder when Boshra, the ruler of Barra hut, started to crack down on her people and oppress them, forcing John and his family to leave the north for the land of his fathers. Years later, when his mother Margaret found clues and signs that his long-lost father Adam might still be alive, John set off to look for him in the Kale Dippo Caves. He wandered those caves for weeks, but all he finds from him is his heirloom sword. These days he makes it his job to guard the caravans passing through their southern borders against the goblins, and his name is known far and wide among those who journey the oft treacherous lands around Morta. It's hard to read it because, as I say, the text is incredibly small. I think it's harder to read this than it was to read the notes in the final station, and that's saying something. So we have Kevin. Kevin has no interest in knowing what it is that is going to happen, but to make it happen himself. This takes a will and a bullheadedness that, according to Uncle Ben, he has directly inherited from his grandfather, Adam. The night he was born, a lightning storm that many still remember to this day raged outside. Mary was at the end of a very difficult pregnancy and going through an even more difficult birth. His father still hadn't returned from his month-long search after Grandpa Adam in the Kale Dippo Caves. Kevin barely drank any milk during his first days of life, and he cried almost constantly until his father returned and he finally stopped and accepted... Is that suckle? He was brave even as a baby, almost too brave, bordering on foolhardy, a trait he still keeps to this day, and caused his grandmother Margaret to advise John against training him in fighting with weapons. He loves exploring the forests around their home and finding and cultivating weird mushrooms and rare plants. That explains why he was on about mushrooms. Linda! So all of Linda's hopes and dreams in life manifest in one thing: music. That explains why she's playing a violin, I'm guessing. Oh man, it's quite cool, this. She spent her childhood in the old Barrow Hut, a place known for its vibrant celebrations of festivals. The first time they went to the Grape Festival, she became so mesmerised by the playing of a street fiddler that she forgot her mother Mary and younger brother Mark, and started following him through the throngs. As soon as she realised that she had lost her family, she started crying so hard that the fiddler had to give her his violin as a plaything to calm the young girl down. By the time Mary found her, she had succeeded in playing her first piece. Surprised her passion and her talent, the musician left the fiddle for her, a gift that started her on the path to becoming a musician. On a different note, after the family left Barrow Hut for their current home, her father John taught her a different kind of bow. She found a strange connection between archery and playing the violin. Otherwise, as Margaret has observed, she would never have picked up the former as well as the latter. She loves her music so much that hardly an evening passes that the Bergsons are left unentertained by her tunes. Holy crap. So much character. So Lucy. She is weird, mostly undefinable, and sometimes even unbearable. When she was very young, her mother relapsed into her old sickness and had to travel to Terra Lava to seek medical help, a trip that took a long time. As a result, her grandmother Margaret was her early caregiver and first teacher. From the moment that Lucy could hold a pen in her hand, she has been drawing and painting non-stop. The world around her is like her drawings, new, ever-changing, unstable, and full to the brim with new ideas and concepts. Ideas that for her transform into playful impressions that are often amusing to the rest of the family. Now we have Margaret. So Margaret is the foundation of the Bergson family. In her youth, because of her knowledge of the arcane and her research into the hidden corners? I think hidden corners of the world. She was called a witch and was even banished from her home for a time. But when a plague ravaged the people of the Midlands, her compassion and her skills in treating the sick made them to reverse their views and welcome her back amongst them. Among them. God, I keep wanting to say amongst. Some of them even believed that she was a descendant of the Holy Spirits of the land. She married Adam later, and after his disappearance and presumed death, not only raised their son John, but also took in her husband's eldest son, Ben. Elder son Ben. I really can't read this. She took their education seriously and sent them to faraway lands to train both in battle and in sciences. During the years that her sons were away, she lived in their home alone and made her living by administering, healing and dealing in medicines and herbs. Nowadays, with her sons back and her grandchildren around her, she keeps busy by looking after their education. However, her busy house life has never dampened her curiosity, nor stopped her learning. And then we have Mary. Patient, resilient, and a guardian to the soul of her children and the family. Not a night passes that Mary doesn't think about her family and prays for their health. One can say that her life boils down to one thing: her children. Mary was the daughter of a farmer from the north. When their village was raided by goblins, she was captured and subsequently rescued and brought to Barrow Hut by John Bergson. They lost their hearts to each other in short order and got married. After the birth of their first two children, the family moved back to John's ancestral home in the Midlands. She spent years raising her children, but her life had its own ups and downs. She has an illness that relapses and remits every few years, and the healers have told her not to put herself through any tension. Mary loves to write, and whenever she finds any time between her household duties and raising her children, she scribbles things that she seldom lets anyone else see. Well, there you go. Now that is how you build character. My god. In such a short amount of time we've learnt so much about the family. Oh, I can use the camera to look around. Oh! Also, I can use the right stick to look around. But I can only select the library or chapter select. So what is it you keep saying? Something about mushrooms. Father needs as much help as I can give. I shouldn't let him down. So Mary's cooking. I'm like, where's Margaret? I'm definitely not gonna remember. I'm getting tired of Kevin's shenanigans, he's too spoiled. Yeah, I'm probably gonna forget the character names eventually. More than likely. Right, chapter select. I spent a long time just reading. But I don't mind. So the Kale Dippo Caves. Oh, silk caverns, not caravans. Their webs litter the ground, walls and ceilings. Yep. Yep. Ah, here we go. I really want to check the skills, unless I have to choose them first. Oh, there we go. Resetting abilities. The Bergsons can use mysterious eggs that they find in the lands of Morta to reset their abilities and rebuild their skill tree. Each reset will consume the mysterious egg. As long as it doesn't increase how much it requires, then that's fine. I would like to play as Linda, but at the same time I'm not entirely sure. Should I? Sure. Why not? She's an archer. Oh god, that might be a bad thing for me. We'll see. So does she have Harmonized? Decreases the stamina Linda must consume while moving and shooting. Increase the duration she can perform. Oh. Explosive crescendo. Oh my god, I love how her skills are all like music. Yeah. Maybe not all of them, but some of them are. Like Harmonic Slam. The explosive crescendo. So we move as one. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll play as her, why not? Go! Well, it's her and John, so... all's good.
A celestial shard, chipped directly from the ancient crystal in the sanctuary. It would be the Bergsons' lifeline, a tether to pull them back home before death's fateful whisper.
Oh. Interesting. I'm now very curious what would happen if you did die. Like, what's the repercussion? Like, would it just take away something? Or nothing? I'm assuming there'd be some sort of penalty. We'll probably find out at some point, because I'm not very good. I highly doubt I'll be able to get through the game without dying at least once. So we're going into like a silk-covered cavern. Great. Spiders. Can't bloody wait. Hey, as long as there's spiders that die quickly, I couldn't be happier. Silk caverns, one of two. Using her bow, Linda takes out her enemies from a distance. You can use... okay, the right stick to aim and shoot at the same time. So she uses stamina to shoot while moving. Her stamina regenerates automatically when she doesn't move and shoot at the same time. Okay. Oh, I don't have a friend. Oh, that's bull. Oh, we have a map now. Eh? Oh. Definitely was not expecting that. Okay, I like the fact we have a map, because now I know where I can go and where I can't. Interesting. Oh, she has 2 evades! Oh god, that requires a lot. Ooh. Oh god, aim assist would be really useful. I think I'd be better if I wasn't... I could have sworn I had aim assist. No, maybe I do. Maybe I just sucked, first and foremost. I didn't actually realise that the stamina is represented underneath the character. Minor details. I do say. Okay. God, I love bows. Probably too much. Although, instantly when I was going into this, I was thinking that I'm going to try my best to play as... at least play as every character once. That's my, oh god.